Tom Brady cloned his dog. There's a bit of information that you probably didn't need. Frankly, you would never need it, but in case you are wondering how rich people spend their time or deal with loss, we have Tom Brady who cloned his dog.
What?
I know it sounds made up, but he said it himself. That's all we're talking about. I think it's weird. I'd like to share. Derapy. You know how like every single episode of Black Mirror is like, hey, what if we did this? I know it sounds cool, but it's actually probably not. Tom Brady missed the entire series. Here is a headline from forthewin.usatoday.com. Are you ready for this? Tom Brady is weird for cloning his dog. Article is by Robert Zeglinski. Let's let him cook. You sign one of the most conflicting contracts imaginable when you get a dog. In exchange for years of loyalty, friendship, and the dopiest joy with your furry best friend, you accept that one day they will break your heart into a million pieces when they, like all good things in life, die. After the countless delightful memories they give you, you understand that you have to accept the finality of their fragile existence and say goodbye to them with dignity and grace. The very least you could do is not twist the happy memory of them into something that perverts the laws of nature while simultaneously pretending like everything is fine.
You cooking?
I'm gonna be honest with you all. I, like many other people on this beautiful blue and green ball of ours, once had a dog. His name was Jake. He lived till 14, and frankly, he was the greatest dog of all time. Now, I can hear you right now.
My dog's the best.
I'm sorry, I appreciate you being here, but you're wrong. After the age of like a year or two, never had another accident, never snapped at anyone, never bit, never really barked, never really complained. Even if he was left in the cage, in the crate for a little bit too long, he wouldn't have an accident. He was good with friends, family, people that were afraid of dogs, other dogs, bears, lions, tigers, all of them. In an episode you all have never heard because you weren't listening to this show 2 years ago, I talked about it in great detail and I cried incredibly hard, but that's not the point. The point is, I know what it's like to lose a dog, and it's gotta really suck. But referring back to our article, that's the price you pay, that's the contract that you sign. You understand that all good things must come to an end. Unless you're Tom Brady, apparently. I can't even say this isn't in character in a way. Tom Brady has a really hard time letting things go. He basically sacrificed his marriage for one more mediocre season of football. That's doing it for the love of the game. That's what makes you him. But unlike his marriage, Tom said, I'll be damned if I let this dog go.
Woof.
So in the interview with People, Tom revealed that after his dog Lua died in 2023, he cloned them into a similar looking yet not identical dog named Junie. Now listen to this quote from Tom Brady. It starts out like a normal human, but the longer you listen, the more sales pitchy it sounds. I love my animals. They mean the world to me and my family. A few years ago, I worked with Colossal and leveraged their non-invasive cloning technology through a simple blood draw of our family's elderly dog before she passed.
Woof.
Gave my family a second chance with a clone of our beloved dog.
He continues.
Excited how Colossal and Viagen's tech together can help both families losing their beloved pets while helping to save endangered species. Now, there's a lot going on here and a lot of context I need to add. This company that did the clone job, Colossal, he's invested in. So in a way, he's interested in a little ROI at some point and maybe has determined that this is like a good way to market the product. The product being cloning animals, I guess? Bro really used a family tragedy as a good opportunity to try and come up. I feel like once you get to a certain amount of money, you just start to not see weird things as weird. This also doesn't help Tom beat his own clone allegations. He looks different every year or two in ways I can't really describe, but all have to do with his face. All I'm trying to say is he looks closer to 30 than 50.
And he's 48.
I think this is one of those rare situations where I'm seeing similar reactions from pretty much everywhere online. The article I referenced earlier says it's not enough that Brady Frankensteined a beloved and innocent canine friend. He has to try to hawk some brazen cash in his deal with the devil too.
Talk to it.
Robert also emphasizes the use of the word leveraged that Tom used, as if he's using a PowerPoint presentation to talk about Q3 earnings and not, playing God.
We added that part.
Some on the Bird app say that this explains the emergence and success of Patriots quarterback Drake May, because, he's a Brady clone, I guess.
Give him some time.
But many are just sharing very normal reactions like, he'll clone his ex-wife Giselle next, Tom Brady cloned his dog before GTA 6, etc., etc. I personally think it's funny now that on any given day, friend, family, colleague, former teammate, anyone in his vicinity or network that's ever known him that has a dog, because owning dogs are common, when their dog is nearing their end, they will have that fleeting thought of, should I call Tom? What did the goat do? How much do it cost? Apparently it's around $50,000, which to old Tom at this point is like pocket change, so I'm sure it'll be straight. Apparently this isn't super uncommon and there's a market for it. Paris Hilton, Simon Cowell, Barbra Streisand, just to name a few. It's funny how those three names that I found, the first ones, and including Tom Brady, they just all sound like people that are rich and odd enough to do that. Paris Hilton cloned a Chihuahua. Like we don't have enough of those little monsters. I checked out Viagen's site to see how it works, and just reading through it makes me feel like I'm gonna be put on some type of watch list. Tell me this doesn't sound illegal. They use a process called somatic cell nuclear transfer, which creates a genetic identical twin to be born later. First, a small tissue sample is collected. This can be done while the dog is alive or within 5 days after death. Then the sample is stored in Viagen's lab, where cells are cultured to grow millions of cells from the original sample. Then the new cell is stimulated with an electric shock to encourage cell division and form an embryo. This embryo is implanted into a surrogate mother dog. The surrogate then carries the cloned puppy to term. Yeah, this sounds like something that was cooked up at Oscorp. Like, I'm pretty sure this is how Spider-Man and the Green Goblin came to be. Apparently, Viagen had made headlines previously for what they called their Direwolf project, which I thought were just the name of those pets that the Stark family kept off Game of Thrones. But apparently, Colossal, the company that acquired Viagen, they used gene editing technology to modify wolf DNA to bring back direwolves, which apparently were real at some point. Why? Viagen and now Tom Brady are saying that this new technology is both about helping families hold on to their loved ones, that being their pets, as well as keeping animals from going extinct. I think this is just one step closer to creating like new people out of nothing, or a super serum, or just making sure that Brom Tatey lives forever. I don't know. Bottom line is, you can't clone memories. Like, to my knowledge, you can't transfer the soul of the dog. We can call it like what we want, cloning, but it's not really technically achieving the result you're looking for, in my opinion. Like, it's not them. You're not swapping consciousness. If your pet is sick or old, you should just, enjoy the time you have left with them, take them for lots of walks, give them lots of treats if possible, make them comfortable, and adopt a new furry friend whenever you're ready. But y'all are taking the term forever home a little bit too seriously. Just imagine working at an animal shelter that's just full of dogs that need homes and hearing about this. But let me know what you all think about this. If you had 50 racks to spare and your dog was headed out, would you hit the duplicate button? Would you hit the repeat? Pay $50K for a quick remix? Is this the weirdest thing that Tom Brady has done? Are we even surprised at this point? Please remember to like the video, subscribe so this isn't the last time you hear from me. Hit the links in the description or pinned comment to support the show. Love you, mean it, spread the bread, enjoy the outro. Please be normal.
Cracking my windshield, I'm pissed off. If you a hater, get lost.
Get lost.
Yeah, it's my show and I'm in charge. Don't eat lemon pepper wings, but I'm the big boss. Please cut me slack, man, need a discount. About to jump off the roof, that's a dismount. I'm just playing.
I'm okay.
Okay, but like, are you though?
Sorry for the pause, that's awkward. Start a podcast cause I knew I was a talker. Yeah, my girl love me, but she's sick of my voice. And you know I'm pro-choice, so she do what she want. Why they hate when I get political? I'm a deep thinker, that's critical. Way too serious for a dude not getting paid. Man, I really need a shave. You know what sucks? Most of season 2 of Dave. Taking shots, but I skip out on the bar. Every single show, I swear I wanna raise the bar. Hope you listen close so you never miss the bar. Say the same thing, but I'm still going.